Welcome back to Dark Souls 2 as we're making our way through Drang Lake. Glad you're joining us and coming along for the ride. So in our last episode, we opened up this shortcut here, took a run at the pursuer, almost got him, but got crushed in the end, and that's okay, it happens. But we're going to go ahead and I want to head back to Majula because we're going to need to get another Estus flask. We got the shard after our adventure with the pursuer, so we need to give it to the Emerald Herald
here to see light.
And we want to upgrade our Estus flask. So we get 3 of those now. And let's see, what is our level situation here? We might as well, while we're here, we might as well just use these souls and see how much we can get. We are going to be needing our bow. So we're at 70 arrows, so that should be okay for us. So let's talk to our big friend here. And we're going to level up some more. Go another one there. This direction. Eventually, we're going to need 16 into dexterity, so we'll get that after the first, the first major boss that we're. I don't know. But yes. Oops, didn't do the leveling. The leveling of the upness. Doing all the stuff that we're supposed to do. It's been a while since I recorded, and I'm trying to remember what we've actually done. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to continue our adventure. We're going to travel back to a little camp here. And we're going to continue on. So there is a ring that we're going to need to acquire. That's over here. So we want to, we don't even need to waste arrows on this guy at this point, since we already took care of the business we need to do over there. So I'm going to just run through here, and he'll hit you, most likely, but, it's not the end of the world. Go down here and grab this thing. He won't, those 2 guys won't come down the ladder. Okay. Now, coming over here, we're going to experience some business. We're going to be talking to that guy over there soon enough who's sitting on that bench. But first, we need to come in here and get our ring. So, did we get it? We did not get it. All right. So, something we're going to need before we do this. So, apologies. Let's get back in over here, see if we can get to the bonfire here. We'll travel back to Majula. Quick. And away we go. There was some more stuff we needed to do over here. Majula. We needed to use the key that we got from the dude at the Indiana Jones trap. If you recall the ball, the big giant stone ball that was rolling down. We're going to go in here, and he gave us the key to his house, and this is his house. So we're going to go ahead and open that. We're going to make our way in. And he's got all of his stuff here, and his big giant books. This would be a great house to live in. And we need that Pharos Lockstone. So the Pharos Lockstone is going to help us get the ring that we're looking for. And since we're here, we might as well rob his house. just head over this way. Turn, head up the stairs. And come over to the chest. We're going to open up the chest and get Titanite shard and 3 torches. So that'll give us some more time on the torches. You can always check your torch time. So we got 35 minutes worth of torch time, which is good. Never have too much torch time. We're going to come in here, and every time you come in here, you're going to think that's a chest, but it is not, my young friends. It is not a chest at all. But there's going to be a Skelly hiding in the dark here, so go ahead and take care of him. Get the effigy from him. Head over around here and grab up the next Estus Flash shard. Go into the dark over here and open up this chest. And what you'll find in here is a soul vessel. And this is what allows you to respec your character. I think I mentioned that before. To respec your character, you take, and you only get 3 on a playthrough. So you don't use those unless the uttermost end of need. Yeah, you want to save those. But if you want to respec, you take it back to the 3 witches and things betwixt and give it to them, and then they will allow you to respec your character to whatever you want to do. So head back out here. We're going to go back and talk to the Emerald Herald again just to activate that. So we got 4 Estus flasks, which is good. Can't wait to have a lot more endurance so that I can sprint longer distances.
Here to see light. However,
yes. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Derpity derp derp. I want this. And bingo bango, and now we will have our Estus Flash strength. Yeah. What should we just do? 5. Will that get us another level on our sword? It will. So, pump up our sword. +2.
I'll be around.
Good. A sword that hits harder is better than a sword that doesn't. Now we're ready, friends. Got our Ferrous Lockstone. We get things started proper here. Back we go to Melantia. Little bonfire. All right, now we can start taking care of the business. See if we can get through here without getting. Hey, we did it. All right, now. But we took damage. 1/2 dozen the others. Step right in here, and then we'll walk right back out and kill one of the guys, a giant ballista bolt. But there are going to be 3 more guys that come out, so get your swing going on your longsword. There should be 1 more guy making his way over, tardy to the party. And he's dead as well. So we're making mincemeat of these peoples. There's a pick up Great Soul Arrow. That's a spell if you're doing a magic build. Basically shoots a magic bolt at someone. Never been much of a magic player. I think I mentioned this before. Always just, there's a lot of high maintenance activity. All right, so we're going to come down here in the dark. You could use your torch and walk all the way from the bonfire to here to light the torch, but, it's not. All right, this is a trap, so just go diagonal. When it busts out with the white fog like that, that means it's going to be an arrow trap, and you go diagonal away from it. If it pops up and it's green, it's a poison trap, and you just roll backwards. Fine. All right, so we got our Titanite. Then you come here, and these are the slots for the Ferrous Lockstones. So you examine it, and it'll ask you if you want to use it. Now, you don't always want to use it. You want to kind of save them. But when you do, in many places, it will show you a reflection somewhere, or it will activate something which will allow you to see the illusory wall. So just go ahead and come on in. And we're going to grab up Titanite Slab. Now, the Titanite Slab is an upgrade material that you will not need for a long, long time. It's the last. In order to upgrade a weapon to level 10, you need a Titanite Slab. So when we get there up to level 10, we'll be able to use it. But really what we wanted was the Chloranthy Ring. And you want to go ahead and put that thing on. The Chloranthy Ring makes you regenerate your stamina much faster. So it's a good thing. So come in here and just hit the door. There are baddies behind the door. You can't open the door. I usually try to two-hand my weapon at the door. So when the baddies come and open the door, you can, just lunge L2 and take care of the business. And now they are dead. Come in here. It's very dark in here. My TV is much darker than the PC, so I'm able to see it. I hope it's coming through on the video as well. And you're able to see in here. Go ahead and grab the life ring and the large Titanite shard, which you need to. First you level with Titanite, then large Titanite, then Titanite chunks, and then finally the slab. So let's go ahead and put on the ring while we have it. It's really pretty worthless. It doesn't really do much. You can see it just boosted our health a little bit, but not too much. Go ahead and hit up the ladder back the way we came. Down in here, if you want to reset this. And then use it. Shoot the arrow. I don't know if they all work. I've never tried. I guess they do. They all work. Really sure what the deal is, why they're there. Okay, we're going to come over here and talk to Pate. Pate is the patches of the game. I don't think there is a patches in the game.
There. What?
But you can talk to him, listen to his dialogue. Basically, he's going to say, there's a treasure in there, but I am not brave enough to do this. I'm going to leave it to you.
I'm worried about what might be inside.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap. So when you go through the gate here, gate's going to slam down, and off to the right, a bunch of baddies are going to come out. And it's a lot of baddies. I want to say 5 baddies are going to come out. So you really got to kind of be on point on your game. If you die, it's not, it's not the end of the world, but you're going to have to come back. A little bit of a to-do. So the thing that's going to keep you from really having a good time in here is your lack of stamina. And the fact that you don't have a lot of room to be backing up. And that guy does that attack, which is really super annoying. And they save the best for last. Just keep your wits about you. You should be okay. What you want to avoid doing is moving over here into this corner, of course, because once you get slammed up against this wall, then all 5 of the guys hit you at once, and you just cannot recover. So you're not going to have fun. Take a little boost of our Sunny D, as people in the community will often call it. And we're going to head over, grab this aromatic ooze, which puts magic on the weapon. And then almost always there's going to be a message here that isn't a trolley message to tell you that there's something in here. And what's in here is sorcerer stuff, which is good. You can get a staff and an amber herb to help you regenerate your spell uses. That's what that's used for. Okay, so then you come out this way, and it's time to tell Pate what you think of him.
I hope that brave be. Oh, it allows
So he gives you a soapstone that allows you to write on the ground to call other people to help you, which is useful, PvP wise. I don't know how this stuff exploded back here. Did I shoot? Is that what you can do? See, you're always learning stuff about these games. There's so much complexity. Did I shoot that ballista and it go all the way through and cause an explosion in here to kill? Because there's normally a whole bunch of... There's a bad guy over there in the doorway. And there's a bad guy over there to the left. That will come up and try to hurt you. This guy we're going to take care of here. Oh, are we going to get... Can we get him? Yay, we got him! And we want to see if we can get all these guys. You really got to come out wide for this guy, because the invisible arrow, or the invisible wall will capture your arrows. Oh my goodness, this is taking too much. So you see the invisible wall there. This is annoying. We want to kill this guy for sure. I hope the guy that's behind me doesn't come and attack me while I'm doing this. There we go. For what's coming up in a little bit. So this was the guy I was worried about. How does someone die right here for that guy? I don't know. I shouldn't say anything. It is very easy to die in this game to stuff that you shouldn't otherwise die to. I'm sure we will do our share of dying to stuff that we shouldn't die to as well. Around the back here, get lost soul, large soul of the undead. Yeah, so they're hitting this tree. This is a lot of the lore. You're going to need to come here after a certain point. Enter the giant's lost memories. So we'll be doing that a long time. Okay, so go ahead and shimmy up the ladder. Now, if you didn't shoot the guys down there, you can try to shoot them from here. It's just easier to do it down there, I think. They give you the help here by giving you the light crossbow. Of course, it's going to be useless if you don't have the bolts to use it. So, I don't know, it's a little bit of a troll. But what can you expect? Okay, so here's the trick jump. Seems like every Dark Souls game has to have a trick jump. What you're going to want to do is... See this rock right here, or this broken piece of ruin. It actually sticks out wider than it looks. See how that is? And if you hit it, it will take away your sprint. And you need to sprint and you need to jump, but you got to jump right, because if you jump in the wrong place, you'll hit the ceiling and you'll fall down there. So it's kind of a tricky little jump, and that's why you killed the two things. There's still another guy down there, so if we mess up the jump, he's going to be down there and we'll still have to kill him, but otherwise you'd have three. That's why we killed the ones before. So you just kind of come over to the side here and you angle your jump, grab that, and you can hear the guy down there shuffling around. See if I can... Head over to the chest, pick up the rather useless mail breaker that's in here, and the useless infantry helm. And then we're going to jump down. Whee! Boom. And then we continue by going in this direction. So we're going to come here, grab up the life gem and the homeward bone. And we got two spear guys there, and they're really super annoying. So we're going to try to grab one at a time. And I guess since he's stuck against those barrels, we might as well just do that. Why not, right? We can come over and get our second spear guy. They're really annoying. That's their... They usually have that move that they start with. We might as well pull them all. Why not, right? No need to waste arrows. Hi. Boomba. Here's his ugly buddy. Yeah. Okay, so take care of that business. Actually, before we do anything else, we're going to be going up there in a second. We might as well get this shortcut open first. So we'll be coming back. Get in here. Oh, this guy. Go down, grab the large leather shield. I never use that. It's a little bit too big and clunky. I think it blocks. I think it blocks better. It blocks more stuff. But did these people follow me in? No. Okay, so open up this shortcut for yourself, and you might as well come out and kill these guys. This, of course, is the ladder from before. Hit this guy. Carry his business. Dead. If you are low on Estus flasks or low on health, you can go up and rest at the bonfire and then come back down. The only problem with that is, of course, all of the enemies will be reactivated out here. And this is this is the tricky walkthrough because that's where the two guys were with the spears. So come to this one and then turn around and head back. And go ahead and put your two-hander on your sword and do the pokes. A whole bunch of them. They're like roaches falling out of a cabinet. And you see that with the long sword, one of the good things about the long sword is it pierces through enemies. So if there's an enemy, if there were an enemy behind this guy, like over here, there's a guy to the side, you can kill him, and all is well. So we might as well come and grab Mr. Turtle. Rather pointless for us, amber herbs. I don't think there are any barrels in here that have gunpowder in them, so you got to fight this guy the old-fashioned way. But you know they're pretty slow, and at this point you should kind of know their maneuvers. Uh-oh. Well, high frames saved the day right there. I always forget you got to roll away from that instead of to the side. Okay. So go ahead and hit that business. Now we are going to head down to, I guess, the first boss of the game. The Pursuer is that, you know, you have an option at the Pursuer the first time, but we're going to actually hit the first actual boss of the game. He's pretty easy if you keep your wits about you. You know, almost laughably easy. No, I say that and I probably jinxed myself. But he's in here. Boom. That was not the boss, of course. That was just a guy with a, I think it's just an epee. So when you come in here, if you are in human form, in other words, when you don't look like this, if you're in human form, you will have a sign down here that you can call someone to help you. You don't need to do that because this boss is pretty easy. I would suggest maybe, you know, not doing that because what'll happen is the boss gets stronger. Bring in help. So there's an NPC. I can't remember who the NPC is, but the NPC that you can bring into the fight. The boss is in here, the Lost Giant. So we're going to go ahead and check out his deal here. My kids call him the Cheerio Head boss, which will become obvious here. There it is. For some reason, the cutscenes in the game are a lot softer, so I'll probably volume a little bit. Cutscenes. he's not having a good day. So I would suggest do not fight this fight locked on. And you have to be super cognizant of your stamina. Because you have to be able to roll. And we'll swing his arm like that. But you can see how we're chunking him with the fire longsword. I mean, just and he has pretty big hitboxes on his legs, so you do want to be somewhat... Uh-oh, I got greedy. I was lucky I dodged that. Okay, so now he's ripping his arm off because he is angry. I don't really like having him up against that wall, but I don't like being in front of him either, so I'm going to head way over here. You saw just how gross that hitbox is for the... there we go. The arm. Kind of stay on this right leg if you can. A boomba. Yeah, so there's no huge achievement there. We do get a bunch of souls. We get the soul of the last giant, which is good, and the soldier key, which is also good, as we're going to see, and we're going to head back out. Chug a little bit here. And with this key, you would think, oh, it'll open this door that's locked. But no, it doesn't. We're just going to head back out to the elevator. Pick that up to the top. And now, since we got this key, we will be able to open this door over here. And you can come on in and open this chest and get this regeneration key, Ring of Restoration. Did I say key? I meant ring, of course. Go ahead and put that on. And now we are regenerating our health as well, but it is incredibly slow. It is a very slow regeneration. Head out here, grab up the Grand Lance. Not a very good weapon. If you like, running at people like a person in a jousting competition, that should be your weapon. We're gonna head back. And now we are gonna head back to Majula. Spend some souls. And now, since we beat the Lost Giant, Melentia here is going to transport herself back to Majula, and she'll be there for the rest of the game so we can access her infinite stock of life gems. She's got a couple other things that we'll buy from her. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to eat all of the souls. I can't remember what weapon the last giant, or the Lost Giant, I can't remember if it's the last or Lost Giant. I can't remember what it gets you, but it ain't great. So we're going to go ahead and eat it. Alright, so we've got a number of souls. So we want to make sure that we're leveling intelligently with our build in mind, of course. So we want to try to get Dex. Dex is going to have to be up to 16 eventually. And then, again, we want to put our points into endurance and vigor. We're going to want to get those up towards 20. We are going to need strength of 16 eventually to use an item, but we're not quite there yet. So the reason we want Dex of 16 is because we're going to get a longbow and a requires 16 in dexterity. Plus dex is going to be kind of our main stat. It's the dex balance build. It's not strictly dex. We have strength components as well. But yeah, so that is the Lost Giant. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's a good, nice, clean spot to end up. And we will see you in our next adventure.